Yo, welcome back to another video, guys. And today we're talking about the Illinois versus Tennessee Volunteers game. Now, this game was electric. Like, this game was prime time college basketball. Nothing gets better than this atmosphere. Illinois brought the absolute hell of an environment. That place was on fire, and somehow we just managed to pull it off and win anyway. But we're gonna get into some stats here, and we're gonna talk a little bit more into detail about how I think the game went and what I think we could have done better. So let's get it. Alright, guys, so as you can see here, we won by 2 points. Now, this was about the ugliest win I think I have ever seen in Tennessee basketball history. Other than the Auburn game 2 years ago, that was pretty bad. But this game was ugly. And the fact we still found a way to beat a really good Illinois team on the road in an electric environment like that shows how good of a team we have. Good teams find ways to win. And that's what we did tonight. I mean, I have a bone to pick real quick with Felix Okpara. If you look at his stats, he played 9 minutes. The reason he only played 9 minutes is within the first 10 minutes of the game, he had 3 fouls. You can't do that. He shows no effort on defense whatsoever. No effort, no hustle. I think Cade Phillips should start over him. Cade Phillips would be a much better option. He did only have 2 points in this game, but Cade Phillips brings the hustle on defense a lot more than Felix does. Now, one of the things I want to point out is, look at our 2 best players. Chaz Lanier, 5 of 17, 2 of 6 from 3, 17 points. That's a pretty average Chaz Lanier stat line. It's not the best, it's not the worst. But if you look at our second best player, Igor Milicic, he played 37 minutes, and he went 0 of 8 from 3. Why is Rick Barnes playing him 37 minutes and letting him go 0 of 8 from 3? I get he's one of your best players, but when he's 0 of 8 from 3, you have to pull him. When he's not hitting shots, you have to pull him. Jordan Gainey single-handedly saved us in this game. 34 minutes and 23 points. He hit some electric threes. Some very electric threes and some very key threes. Now, Illinois, I keep seeing people talking about how, oh, they aren't that good. Yes, they're not ranked in the AP poll, but if you look at the net rankings and the Ken Palm rankings, which are the ones that actually matter, they're top 10 in both. And this player they've got right here, this, however you say that, Kasparas Jukionis, 37 minutes, 22 points. He had 2 4-point plays. 2 4-point plays in the second half. 2 4-point plays in the second half. 2. Since when did teams get 2-point plays, 2 4-point plays against them and still win on the road in one of the most hostile environments in the country? The number 1 team is the only team that's doing that, and that's the Tennessee Volunteers. One of the things I want to point out is Chaz Lanier hit timely shots. When he needed to hit the shots, he hit them. That was the key. We didn't make all the shots, but when we needed to hit a shot, we hit a shot. We just kept chipping away and chipping away and chipping away, and that's what wins ball games. Some of these games you're going to have to grind out wins because you're not going to hit all your shots every game. Some of the games you're just going to have to grind it and find a way. Find a way to win. Now, we probably would have won this game by a lot more if, let's be for real, I'm not one to complain about refs very often, but these refs were atrocious, awful, terrible. They fouled Chaz Lanier on his 5th foul, and he had his hands straight in the air like a diving board. When are we going to start training referees to properly referee games? It's becoming a problem. It's become a problem in football. It's now becoming a problem in basketball. It's a problem. It needs to be fixed. It ruins games. If you look at the first half of this game, let me take a second to find it real quick. Okay, let me see where it's at. I'm looking for the free throws. How many free throws we shot. Okay. 20 for 28. Illinois shot 30 for 36. 17 of these free throws was in the first half. They called 3 fouls on us in the second half, and at least 15 on them in the second half, or 15 for them in the second half. You get what I'm trying to say. It's becoming an issue. These games are big games, and they're being ruined by the referees. We would have won this game by 10 points if the referees did not give them so many free throws. And yes, I mean that when I say that. It's awful. It has to be fixed. Nobody wants to watch a free throw off. People want to watch freaking basketball. I'm sorry. It just makes me angry. It's just dumb. Nobody wants to sit through this and watch that junk. Somebody needs to get and fix it. I don't know if it's just the Big Ten refs that ref differently than the SEC refs, but something's dumb. Something's going on. Has to be. And one of the things I want to point out that I noticed in this game was that Zakai Ziegler, when he got sat out, there was no frown, no angry words, no backhanded comments. He sat down and he cheered on his team. That's what leaders do. And you have to have leaders on basketball teams to make deep runs in the playoffs. To make deep runs in March. Bishop Boswell came in for Ziegler, and he did pretty good, actually. I thought he distributed the ball well. He didn't score any, but I thought he distributed it well. He does have a lot to learn, because he is going to have to start next year, but he's going to be our starting point guard next year, but he's got a lot to learn. So, just going back through it, Gainey saved us. The refs tried to win it for them. And Igor Milicic needs to stop shooting 0 of 8 from 3. I mean, those are the 3 points. If you even do one of those things, you win by 10 points. This was our worst game of the year, and we won in one of the worst environment, or not one of the worst, sorry. One of the hardest environments to play in the Big Ten, if not in the country. That place was on freaking fire. Illinois does not play. They're incredible. They're really, really, really good. One of the last things I want to mention is our schedule from here on out into SEC play is a cupcake schedule. I mean, the only game we could lose is Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee's not bad. They're not great. That is a losable game. Probably won't lose it, but you just never really, truly know. So I would keep an eye on that game. It could be one of those games where it's close in the first half and we pull away in the second half. Now, one of the games I want to circle is this Auburn game right here is huge. This could be a potential 1 versus 2 game. And if we win this game, we're going to be a number 1 seed as long as we don't screw something up. If any team is going to go on a deep run in March, it's going to be this team. Last year, it wasn't a Tennessee team. It was a Don't Connect team. This year, it's Tennessee. 5 players that can score and 5 players that can defend. That's what we have. But that's all I've got to say today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and keep an eye on this playoff stuff, because what I'm hearing is that there's a Tennessee takeover coming, and we're going to have about 50%, if not, well, not 50%, 30 to 40% of fans there. So keep an eye on that, because that could be really, really big. I might make a video on that in the future. We'll see. But enjoy the rest of y'all's day, and go Big